वाहेगुरु 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 वाहेगुरु।
हम अंधले अंध बिखे बिखराते, क्यों चाल है गुर चाली। सतगुर दया करे सुखदाता, हम लावे आपन पाली। गुर सिख मीत चलो गुर चाली, जो गुर कहे सोई पल मान हो। हर हर कथा निराली, हर हर कथा निराली। धन धन गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी की हाजरी में साजी नवाजी गुरु सासंग जी रमन के फतेह बुलाने जी। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। सो सासंग जी, पिछले हफ्ते महाराज जी की कृपा दे नाल वी गॉट अप टू द 9th पौड़ी ऑफ आनंद साहिब, जिथे महाराज कहते हैं कि क्या है नानक सुनो संतो हो, कथ्यो अकथ कहानी। In that body, Maharaj had said कि सासंगत or saints come together and do katha of Vaheguru. They said क्यों? This is the way to get to Vaheguru, and कि आवो संत प्यारियो. The importance of sangat they talked about, the importance of katha, and then they said कि कित द्वारे पाइये, and then they said तान मान तान सब सौंप गुरु को, हुक्म मनिए पाइये, हुक्म मनियो गुरु केरा, गावो सच्ची बाणी. So the idea of giving tan man tan to Guru, to get Vaheguru, to give our mind, our body and all our wealth to our Guru, surrender us everything that we have to our Guru, and the purpose was to follow Guru's hukam, and Guru's hukam is to sing Gurbani. So there is a story actually about this, because you know Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj in their Bani, when they go upstairs is a program, and normally when it's a birthday program, there's one shabad that we all sing, you know? It's always Puta Mata Ki Asis. That shabad by Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. But actually Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj is saying that shabad, but they are telling us what their mother said to them. Bibi Pani Ji, the mother of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, gave this blessing to their son. Maharaj is writing their own mother's blessings down for us. And Bibi Pani Ji, the daughter of Guru Amar Das Ji, the wife of Guru Ram Das Ji, is now saying to their son, the Panjve Pasha, imagine how blessed Bibi Pani Ji is. She was a Pracharak as well, by the way. So to any pada, but she was one of the 52 Piris that was appointed by Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj to go and do Prachar. So she was a Pracharak, daughter of a Guru, wife of a Guru, mother of a Guru, and Mata Pani Ji, she gave this hukam to her son, Asis. She gave Asis, a blessing to her son, and the shabad is Puta Mata Ki Asis, Nimak na bisro tumko har har, Sada pajo jagdish. The mother says to her son, let you never forget Vaheguru. Sada pajo jagdish. Not even for 1 second will you forget Vaheguru, Rahao. But the next line is very interesting, because they say, Satguru tumko hoye dayala, Sant sang teri preet. If the Guru is kirpal upon you, if the Guru is gracious upon you, then you will have love for the Sad Sangat. Sant sang teri preet. That you will have a desire to come to the Sad Sangat. Ohi Sant sang ki Maharaj wo Sant pyaro kathyo akatha kahani. Maharaj says to the saints, come together and let's talk about Vaheguru. Let's do Katha of Vaheguru. So, Sangat is one of the hukam of our Guru. It's a hidden hukam almost within that. Because ki aavo, get together and do Sad Sangat. A hukam hega. And what is the Sangat of the saints? When many people nowadays say ki koi Sant hai nahi, only Guruji is Sant. But if you ask Guru Maharaj ki Sant hai ki, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj explains what a Sant is. They go, Jinna saas giras na visre, har nama man mant, tan se sei nanaka, पूरन सोई संत जिन्ना सास गिरास ना विसरे की नहीं विसरना who don't forget Har Nama the name of Vaheguru Man Mantra the mantra of Har Naam is in their mind and then Tan Se Sei Nanaka they are blessed Puran Soi Sant those are the perfect saints those that remember Vaheguru those that remember Vaheguru are the people that we want to hang out with Sant Sangat yahi hundi hegi hai so Satsangat ji this week then Maharajan explains in this Pauri the 10th Pauri of Anand Sahib they say ki ehe man chanchala chaturai kine na paya chaturai na paya kine tu sun man mereya ehe maya mohini jin et param pulaya maya ta mohini tine kiti jin thagoli paya कुर्बान कीता तिसह विट्टो हो जिन मोह मीठा लाया कह नानक मन चंचल चतुराई किने ना पाया चतुराई किने ना पाया चतुराई the main message is chaturai cleverness you could say chaturai you could say trick you can't trick Vaheguru you know He is beyond our trickery. वो सब कुछ देखता है. चतुराई नाल, cleverness is नाल, trickery नाल. You can fool the world, but you can't fool Vaheguru. है ना? He is watching everything. He is seeing everything. Now, what is it? Kirina Paya. The previous body. See that every body in Anand Sahib is linking to the previous body. Is then giving its own message, and then it's linking to the next body. है ना? Just like you would expect. In something made of 40 bodies, that it would link to the previous, give something itself, and then it would give the previous, next one's going to link to that one somehow. Sambandha hunda har ek body da. Now, what is Chaturai? Here, cleverness is referring to that previous body, because Maharaj has told us how to find Vaheguru. Kit dware paiye. How is that? Tan man tan sab saump gur ko. Tan, our body, man, our mind, and tan, our wealth. Now, many people want to find Vaheguru without doing Tan Man Tan Sab Saump Guru ko. Okay, they are inna aukha kyun hai? Why so much, Maharaj? Why do you want my mind? Why do you want my body? Why do you want my wealth? Why can't I just come here on a Sunday, matha take, and still find you? Hai na? Ye chaturai hundi hegi hai. Maharaj is telling us to go there, you must go through this path. Kita dware paiye. But that path might be aukha for us, and we think, can't I get there some other way? We're trying to get ourselves out of that path. Just like you got an exam to pass, and if you didn't do the work for the exam, you start thinking of ways to skip that exam. Say, what if I paid off my teacher? Over here you can't do that. In India maybe you could. Yeah? What if I got someone else to pretend they were me and take the exam? Can't do that. You might think, well, what if I fell ill, I pretended I was ill, I broke my leg or whatever, I pretended I was dyslexic and they gave me a computer. What if I cheated? What if I wrote the answers on my hands? In India, which Loki are very clever at cheating. Koi kasar nahi chhadde. They could put answers in their sleeves, put answers on their hands. They would get text messages, Bluetooth speakers under their pug. All things people think about anything in India, and even here as well, to cheat. Dunya injdi hegi hai. What we're trying to do all the time is cheat our way out of the path. Ki kam aukhaya, but inna aukha na pave, we get away with it. But Satsangat ji, this is not the way we can find Vaheguru. Maharaj says, E man chanchala. Chanchala means like something who's always jumping around trying to find, kud ke, bit clever, bit, going this way then that way, and this way and that way. Our man is chanchal. It can't sit still, and it finds it hard to focus. And it's always trying to find the easiest way. Like the path, water finds the path of least resistance, the mind looks for the path of least resistance as well. Because जितना भी सौखा कर सके ना, उतना ही सौखा हो जावे. That's the ardas of the mind. And if it can get away with something, it will try. But Maharaj is saying to us, E man chanchala chaturai kinena paya. They know what the mind is, and the game is to explain to the mind that in this game of Vaheguru, we cannot get away with it. This is the one game where we are fighting a losing battle. Ajita Malik hai, the one who set this game up, he cannot be tricked. Even computer games got cheats. कोई भी computer game में डालो, you can buy cheats for it. But this game has got no cheat. We must go through this way. Tan man tan sab somp gur ko, hukam maniye paiye, hukam manyo guru kera, gavo sachi bani. So we must do sangat. We can't get away with ki sangat nahi milni. We must give ourselves to our guru. We can't get away without that. We must sing bani. We must have some kind of rehat. Ek din nahi, nit rak aur taro. Yeah? We must sing it daily. These are the clevernesses that our mind tries to get us out of. Koi na yaar, Japji Sahib hafte chek wali pad leta, bathera ya. Nahi. Maharaj saying do it every day? Nahi. We think, chalo, adda ho gaya aj, adda kar kar lange. वैसे साडे को दिन च कितना क वेला हुंदा हैगा, we don't look at that. But part padna is like walking through tree ko, yeah? So hard to do. But to see, anything else, we happily do it. So Maharaj saying chaturai kene na paya. We cannot get out of the way that Maharaj has told us. We can't get there without giving our head. In Shabad Azare, which if we can try, if we do our Panch Baniya, if we only do Japji Sahib, let's try and incorporate that into our Nitnem as well. Shabad Azare. It only takes about 4 or 5 minutes once you've got it easy. So in there, most of the Bani is by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. There's one Shabad by Guru Arjan Dev Ji and the rest of it is all by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And in that one Pauri, Telang Rag, which Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj ek kende hege, they give us uchar de hege ki Lab lob ahankar ki mati maya mahe samani. They say, oh bride, you are trapped in love, greed, and lob. Lob is greed, lob is greed, pride, and ahankar, ego. The 3 evils. You're trapped in that. Maya, which, because we said in this body, Maharaj said ki ehe maya mohini. The maya is very attractive. It traps you. We go through it line by line. Maharaj says ki this maya is like a trap. That's why it says, lab lob ahankar ki mati maya mahe samani. We absorbed and intoxicated with this maya. Inni bati soh paiye nahi pai kamne ani. These ways we cannot find Waheguru. Inni bata which na, we cannot find that soh akal purk Waheguru. So Maharaj said ki we are trapped in this lab lob ahankar. We cannot find Waheguru. Pai kamne ani. The bride, which is us, is so foolish. People like me are trapped. And Maharaj says, Jai puche suhagni vahe kinni bati so pai. Then this bride who can't find a husband, she goes to ask the other brides that do have found a husband, Lord. Only pushti hegi hai, Jai puche suhagni. There is suhagni, there's the people that have found Waheguru. Ki kinni bati so pai hai. Fir hun je is tarike nahi pa sakde, lab lob ahankar vich. Te fir kis tarike si pai hai? She asks. And what did they say to her? She says, Jo kich kare so pala kar maniye, hikmat hukam chukaiye. Jo kich kare, whatever Waheguru does, so pala kar maniye, accept that as good, and then hikmat hukam chukaiye. Take away your own hukam and your clevernesses. Unu hatao, chuka do ine. Don't think I know how to get to Waheguru. Say my Guru knows how to get to Waheguru. Let me listen to his advice on this. And then, Jaake prem padharth paiye, to charni chit laiye. And then, soh kahe so kije, tan man dije, aisa parmal laiye. What Waheguru says, ohi karo, tan man dije. You must give your tan and your man. There isn't any other way. And if we think to ourselves, this is the fragrance I want to put to myself. Parmal is fragrance. We come to Gurdwara, dekho, imagine if you'd been out for a run in it, you were stinking. You think, my Gurdwara gana, I stink. Maharaj says, this is the stink of us. Maya is a stink upon us. So the fragrance that we need, Maharaj says, when we come here, is not always Givenchy and all the rest of it. Yeah, we don't need cool water. To come here, what we need is this. Ki, so kahe so kije, tan man dije, aisa parmal laiye. This is the parmal we need. Ki, whatever he does, to do that. Give our mind and body to him. And then Maharaj says, Ev kahe suhagni paine, inni bati so paiye. This is a beloved bride of Waheguru. This is the way to find Waheguru. And then in case you're wondering why have I picked this Shabad, Maharaj says the same line next. They say, Aap gavaiye ta soh paiye, aur kaisi chaturai. Is there any other clevernesses? कोई चतुराई हैगी है? Is there any other way? नहीं. आप गवाई है ता सोह पाई है. We must lose the ego to find Waheguru. कोई हो तरीका है ही नहीं. There's no other way to find Waheguru apart from giving up that which we hold so dear. I mean, let's face it, we love our ego, innit? It is everything that we love about ourselves. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. We love to be us. We don't necessarily love to be part of Waheguru. We love to be us. And this is the disease. Disease. This is a disease we have. It's bad for us, but we love this disease. Asi eh nahi deni. Maharaj saying, give your mind, body and soul to Guru Sahib. We say, nahi ji, appa ko rakni hegi. I can't give you that. But Satsangat ji, there is no other way. Aap gawaiye, ta soh paiye, aur kaisi chaturai. When we go to a doctor, imagine saying to doctor, cut the cancer out. Get rid of the cancer, but please don't cut my skin. Can they do an operation without cutting your skin? No. Don't start telling me about keyhole surgery now. Yeah, I don't want to know about that. Think about it this way. You cannot cut this, you have to do the operation by cutting the skin. There is always going to be something that needs to be done. And what needs to be done here is to have to give ourselves to our Guru. There's no other way. You might think, "Ye banda bada harsh hai, telling me I got to give myself to my Guru." But Satsangat ji, we can't give you the wrong advice. If you come here, you matha take, and you want to be like that bride, asking the other brides, how do I find my Guru? How do I find Waheguru? We can't tell you that gappa ki tusi Sunday aake matha take lo, bas tone mil jaoga. No. See, the truth is, it's happening already, isn't it? There are people telling you lies from here, not just here, but every Gurdwara stage. They tell you, tusi paat kara lo. करा लो, कोई हो थोड़ा पाठ कर लवे तुसी तर जाओगे. Isn't that a lie? तुसी अखंड पाठ रखवा लो, आप ना सुनो, आप ना कुछ करो, कोई आके पाठ कर लवे तुहाडे वास्ते तुसी तर जाओगे. ये भी गलत है. This is not possible. The truth is, we cannot get there in these clevernesses. We can't buy our way to God. ठीक है ना? The clevernesses of this world are not possible when we face our Guru, when we face our Waheguru, क्योंकि वो सच्चा दरबार हैगा. In that सच्चा दरबार उत्थे सच्चे ही सच निबड़े. Only the true are respected there. चुन वक़्त कड़े जजमालिया. Those that are cheating him, they get chosen out and moved aside. क्योंकि वो they are कच्चे. Yeah? दिलो मोहब्बत जिन सही सच्चिया, जिन मन होर मुख होर से कांडे कच्चिया. We cannot do clevernesses with him. You can't buy God. Yeah? You can't buy a plaque in a Gurdwara by giving them money. But you can't buy a place in Sachkhand by giving him money. No. To give him, you must give your mind and your body and your wealth. Ek kalli gal nahi chaldi. Everything has to be given to him. So, aap gawaiye ta soh paiye aur kaisi chaturai. So the clevernesses we have is we think we can get there by not giving our head, by not doing the part, by not living our rehat, just buying our way, and that is not possible. We think we can get there by not even doing sangat. Because our sangat ji, people think I can still keep my old mates, I just keep my case. But you know what? What's going to happen? We met somebody even today, we're in Hounslow, met somebody, cut his kesh, was a sing now, cut his kesh. Why? Sangat di Lord si. All of his sangat were the same old friends he had. Started off into Sikhi, had the right sangat, then got attracted by his old mates, and then holy, the Sikhi went away again. Because our sangat ji, if we want to walk upon this path, we're going to have to find ki those avo sant pyareo. This is why Guru Arjan Dev Ji's mother said to him, said ki putter, I hope you always remember Waheguru. And then Satguru hoye dayal. If Guru's kirpa upon you, then Sant sang teri preet. You will love to hang out with the saints. Not that you'll be forced to hang out with the saints, but you will love. If we are blessed now, then the sangat of Gur Sikhs will be pleasing to us. The sangat of Naam will be pleasing to us. And the sangat of Made Bande, people that are not going to walk upon this path with us, that starts to become offensive to us. Our heart will not be happy in that place. When your heart starts to feel that way, follow your heart. Don't tell your heart, don't worry about it, it's good to hang out with your mates. No, follow your heart. Your heart is telling you, you don't need to be here. Find some sangat. Follow your heart in that way. Because sometimes what we do is, we think we know better than the heart as well sometimes, yeah? We know better than the Guru. Guru is saying, don't hang out in the Sangha. We think, no, it's good. Somebody might think, I'm doing seva, I want to hang out with this Sangha, I might help them. Satsangaji, first we got to get strong before we can start doing that seva. Satguru ki seva gakhdi, sir dije, aap gavaye. To do Guru seva really is very hard. Because you have to give yourself and lose that ego. If you fall off the path when you're getting on the path, then your friends will think, chalo, there's no point me going on the path either. If you stay strong, even if you stay away from them, if you stay strong and you do the path and you follow it yourself and you become pakka in that path, then you are going to be more of inspiration. Even if they see you for 5 minutes, they'll say, wow, he followed it and he done it. Whereas if you fall off the path, they're going to say, chalo koi na, I can fall off, so why should I even bother starting? So Maharaj is telling us there's no other way. They tell the mind ki ehe chaturai kine na paya, chaturai na paya kine tu sun mane meria. Oh my mind, listen carefully. No one found him by avoiding this path. Must do sangat, must do simran, must sing bani, must give ourselves to our Guru. And then e maya mohini jin et param palaya. This maya, now this is the message of this Shabad now. We linked to the previous body, but now what Maharaj says is this body. They say in this body, Maharaj says, E Maya Mohini. Mohini is a very beautiful lady who attracts the mind and becomes Mohini because your mind becomes enraptured in her. Maharaj says, E Maya Mohini. This Maya, this game of this world, this great tamasha that Maharaj has made. Yeah? Bachittar Natak, Guru Gobind Singh calls it. The Bachittar means amazing game. This game that Maharaj has made, Akal Purakh has made, this is very Mohini. It's very attractive and we can get totally absorbed in it. We won't think about anything else apart from this game. E Maya Mohini Jin Et Param Palaya. And what does it do when it's so Mohini? We get lost in Param. Param means the illusion, the duality, the doubt. And dekho, we're sitting here, we're hearing the truth about our Guru, but firbi, in everybody's mind, in my mind as well, we're thinking, can I give the next step? Can I take the next step towards my Guru? That's Param, isn't it? Param means doubt. But ithe, Maharaj is saying every evening, Antarjami Purak Vidate, Sarda Manaki Pure. Make my faith in your words true. Complete my faith. Let me stick to this path. Let me follow it. And then, what do we ask for? Sarda Manaki Pure. Nanak Das eh sukh mange, moko kar santan ki ture. Let me have Sad Sangat. Bless me with Sad Sangat. This is what we need, because Sad Sangat will make your faith strong. So then, Maharaj says, Maya ta mohini tine kiti jin thagoli paya. Maharaj says, you know what? This Maya na is very mohini. And who made it? Vaheguru made it. He made this Maya. This Maya is not there by itself. It was made by somebody. And do you know what it is called? Thagoli. Thagoli means that thing which gets you trapped, so you get robbed. Like imagine, you know, like monkey, that monkey we talked about, the markat, the poor monkey, he got trapped. What was he getting trapped by? Markat musti anaj ki man bora re, lini haath pasar. Yeah? Chutan ko saisa parya man bora re, nachyo kar kar bar. He went into the bottle, put his hand in, grabbed hold of that mushti of anaj, and now he's trapped. Ohi sade vaste hegi hai. Same thing for us. We are going to get trapped by Maya. E Maya Mohini, we'll grab hold of it and then we're trapped by it. So Maharaj is telling us, ki is thagoli paya. This is this potion, this is this thing that's going to get us robbed. This potion is going to get us robbed. Thagoli is a kind of, you know, there's many things for it, the thing that traps you. Many thieves also used to give you a potion that would knock you out, and then with that potion they would rob you. Sleeping potion, keh lo hai na? So this is thagoli. This is that potion that we get lost inside. It actually is poison for us. In a way, Maharaj is saying it's poison. But he made it. Akal Purakh Vaheguru made this. Maharaj says, Kurban kita tise vitto ho, jin moho meetha laya. They say, you know what, I'm a sacrifice to the one that made this moho meetha for Maya. The one who made this chanchal Maya, the one who made this Mohini Maya, the one who made this Thagoli, I'm a sacrifice to that one. That's a bit of a strange statement, isn't it? Because in a way, Maharaj is telling you the point, he's tricked us. Akal Purakh Vaheguru made us and then tricked us with Maya. Maharaj says, but I'm a sacrifice to the one who is tricking me. But you know, if you look at this Shabad, we can look at, for example, that we talked about last week, that imagine we're going on a holiday and we've got that bike, and we, as a kid, we want to take the bike. We're not interested in the holiday, we're more interested in our bike. But the thing that's being offered to us is very big. The thing that's being offered to us is Sachkhand. The ability to connect to our Creator and live in His pyar. But the thing that we're entranced by is this little thing, this little toy thing that He's made, like a bike. We want to go on holiday, we want to take the bike with us. And they say you can't. Kabir Ji in Bawan Akhri talks about this. They say, look, people forget the purpose of life. They forget who made it all, and they remember the thing only. The one who made it, they forget. Like a painter. Imagine if you went to paintings and no one remembered Vincent van Gogh, they only remembered his paintings. Yeah? No one remembers Picasso, they only remember his paintings. That would be very strange, wouldn't it? Be very strange. But Kabirji says exactly that. They go, Chacha, rat chitra hai pari, taj chitra cheto chitakari. They say, oh, Chacha, you know the Baba Nakri, it's about every akkar. So when they go Chacha, this is what he uses. He says Chacha. He says, Rachit chitra hai pari. Waheguru has made a big picture of the world. Bahut vadi picture, right? Look at this world, isn't it? It's like a movie as well. Big movie. They said, but what you need to do is taj chitra. Forget this picture. Enupolo chetoho chitakari. Remember the one who made it. Chitakari means the person who paints it. Onu cheto. Forget the picture and remember the one who made the picture. Again they say, Chitra bachitra ehe abachera. They say now, the painting has become a problem. It's an amazing painting. Bachitra hegi hai. The chitra is bachitra. Bachitra means amazing. Because of the chitra is so amazing, it's now become a problem. Why? Because taj chitra chit rak chitera. Say, forget this chitra and in your chitra, in your mind, focus upon the chitera. The one who made it. We must remember who made it. Don't forget the one who made this game. Stop, you're getting lost in the game and forgetting the one who made the game. We're getting lost in the world and forgetting the one who made the world. So, there is a cheat. He is cheating us. And in Bhavanakri, when you get to Thatha, then he explains what is this game of Thatha. Thatha ehe dur thag nira. They say, keep yourself away from this thug, this game of this thief. Keep yourself away from this thieving game. Neet man kiya tira. With great difficulty, apne man nu main shant kita, Kabir Ji says. Because I'm staying away from this game. I'm going to lose this game. I'm staying away from it. With great difficulty, I calm the mind down, and then jin thug thagya sagal jag khawa. This thug, Maya is a thug, has eaten the whole world. A thug ne sari dunya nu kha lita. A Maya Mohini jin et param palaya. And Maharaj says, so thug thagya thor man ava. I know it's a bit strange, it's a bit like a tongue twister. But you know what Kabirji says? Now I'm going to rob that Maya. Main Maya ne thug lena. Why is that? Why we sacrifice to the one who has made this more meetha? Because now what we're going to do is we're going to rob Maya. Maya ne thagna hai gasi. Kive thagna hai? He has created inside us this moh. We have the ability to get attached to Maya. But what we're going to do now is take that ability to get attached to Maya and attach it to Vaheguru. We're going to get enraptured with Him. He's made us very moh wale. We've got a lot more inside us. We're going to take that more from Maya, break it from Maya, and attach it to Vaheguru. Ki tode tor pajan ki rahe pyasa. We're going to attach ourselves to Him. Because He's given us this thing inside us. Now we need to understand what it is and turn it around. Ki kurban kita tise vitho jin moh meetha laya. How does that moh become mittha? Before it was poison, now it becomes mittha. It was mittha, we were trapped in the previous moh, but actually the way to translate this line could be to say ki moh nu mittha kar lo. Make it good for you, not bad for you. How? By getting attached to Guru, getting attached to Naam, getting attached to Bani. Now that moh becomes useful. like Nirmal Po. The Po, the fear we shouldn't have, we should be Nirpo. But there should be Nirmal Po for Guru, ki respect for our Guru. In the same way, Nirmal Ahankar is not to have Ahankar on ourselves, but to have some faith in our Guru. Ki mera Guru is amazing, my Guru is powerful. Sab to Vard Samrat Gurudev. To say that, ki nahi, my Guru is amazing. People might approach you on the street. Many people approached me before as well, try to convince us ki nahi, tu kade Musliman banja, tu Christian banja. When we got faith in our Guru, that's Nirmal Ahankar. It's not in ourselves but in our Guru. In the same way, we need to have Nirmal Moho for our Guru. Ki Maharaj Sachi Preet Ham Tumse Ojori Avar Sang Tori. Break with the world and have love with our Guru. And this is exactly what Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj tells us about. They say, Dunya vich bahut moh hega. In the world there's lots of moho. They said, Dekho, in Jaithri Ki War, and I would recommend if people haven't read it to have a nice read of it. Maharaj says, Ki Jaithri Ki War, they say, Jo machli bin paani hai, kyon jeevan paave. That the fish cannot live without water. Say, Boond vehu na chatriko, kyo kar triptave. How can the chatrik, the songbird, the rainbird, live without rain? Then they say, Naad kurankhe bedya, sanmukh uttave. The deer gets attracted by the hunter's bell, and it goes towards the hunter, and the hunter will grab it. Then they say, Pavar lobi kusamabasaka, mil aap bandave. The bumblebee is greedy for the fragrance of the flower, and gets trapped in that fragrance of the flower. Then they say, this is the same way. Tyo sant jana har preet hai, dekh daras agave. The saints then have the same kind of moho for Vaheguru. For har preet dekh daras agave. Then they love Vaheguru in the same way, and when they see Vaheguru, they get satisfied. This is the kind of love we need to have for our Guru. Ki Maharaj, the birds, they want something. The bees, they want something. The whole world wants something. The alcoholic wants alcohol. But what I want is my Guru. What I want, ki moho meetha kar do. Qurban ki tate se beto jin moho meetha laya. And then they say, Maharaj says, kya hai Nanak, oh my mind, kya hai Nanak, man chanchal chaturai kirana paya. They speak into the mind here. They say, oh fickle mind, you run around, you think you're clever, you get confused, but listen. You cannot find Vaheguru, and no one has ever found Vaheguru by using clevernesses. You can't fail to follow the path. The path is there, we must follow it. Can't cheat the system. We must need Naam, we need Kirtan, we need Satsangat, we need Paat, we need Seva. All these things are required. Can't escape that. Sade vaste bahut badi shiksha hai in this body, that we must follow the path. What we're going to do now is to understand the power of Naam. There's a Shabad I found this week. I thought I'd share it with the Sangat. It's a story of King Janak. Now King Janak, Raja Janak, is a very famous Bhagat of India. And Bhai Gurdas Ji talks about Raja Janak. It's the power of Naam. Bhai Gurdas Ji says Raja Janak was a big Bhagat. And he was famous that even though he was a king, he was still udas in Maya. He says, Bhagat Vadda Raja Janak hai, Gurmukh Maya vich udasi. So Raja Janak was inside Maya, he was not trapped. He had attachment to Vaheguru, he was not attached to this world. Then he went to heaven. When Raja Janak was in heaven, he heard the cries of the people in hell. The people in Narak, or Ore Sige. And Raja Janak could hear those cries. So what does he say? He says to Taramraj, oh Taramraj, do a bit of kirpa, do a bit of daya on these people. Let them have mukti as well. He had daya. See, the first thing is daya. And he had daya. He wasn't saying, chalo maro goli, let them sado ranu. They didn't remember Vaheguru. He had daya. He says, hata do. Taramraj nu akhya, Vaheguru, Taramraj nu akhyan, sabna di kar band khalasi. Taramraj nu kenda, sab chutti kar de. Make them free, get khalas. Dekho khalsa. Acha hai na, we are celebrating khalsa. Khalasi. Let them get mukti. To become khalsa is to become mukti, so jivan mukt. Then Maharaj, then Bhai Gurdas Ji says, that Taramraj says to him, sorry yaar, I can't do this. I only follow Waheguru. I can't just let them out of heaven, out of hell. So what Raja Janak says to Dharmarai, he says, listen, alright, I understand you listen to Waheguru. I tell you what, take a little bit of my bhakti. Take a little bit of my bhakti and weigh against their sins. All the sins of all the people in hell, said to see, aap tol kar lo. Have a go, weigh them a little bit of my bhakti against all their sins. So, Gehne tariyon ek nao papa naal kare nirjasi. Weigh against the pap that they've done, my naam, ek naam. What happens then? He goes, okay. And it was found that not all the pap could equal even one time how Rajanak said Waheguru, the naam he took. So then they were found to be totally free because one naam had liberated all of them. So then what happens? Every single one of those people got liberated. Just by saying Waheguru. Sasanidhi, narkaho chutte jiye jant katti jalang silak jam phasi. Narkaho chutte. They all got released from hell because of Raja Janak's bhakti of saying Waheguru. It was not possible for all their part to be equal to even one naam that he said. And then they said, Mukat jugat nave ki di dasi. Mukat jugat nave di dasi. Mukti, the way to mukti is the slave of naam. Naam is the way to mukti, but all mukti is always going to be subservient to naam. So on that note, let's sing Waheguru. The power of naam, imagine, they can free all the people in Nark. Sade vich bhi daya aave, sade vich bhi mat aave ki naam bahut ucha hai.
दर्शन बरसिया गुरु है हाँ जन्म मरण दुख जाए जपुरी दर्शन बरसिया गुरु है
So then Maharaj carries on the next pauri. This is now the 11th pauri of Anand Sahib. Maharaj says, E man pyarya tu sada sach samale eho kutamb tu je dekhda challe nahi tere naale साथ तेरे चले नाही तिस नाल क्यों चितलाई है ऐसा कम मूले ना कीचै चित अंत पछोताई है सतगुरु का उपदेश सुन तू होवे तेरे नाले कह नानक मन प्यारे तू सदा सच संभाले Maharaj says, oh my beloved mind. और देखो पहले Maharaj डांटिया सीगा mind है मन नू डांटिया सीगा said oh eh मन चंचला said oh mind you got no clue you need to be listening to this but now Maharaj says oh my beloved mind है? If the mind starts to listen Maharaj says eh मन प्यारिया because if the mind starts to listen to Guru Sahib starts to say no there's no other way I have to follow if it starts to walk upon this path how does it link to the previous body. If it starts to walk upon this path now, many things will take you off the path. This is Zindagi, this is Maya. So Mohini, as you start to break from Maya, Maya will try its best to get you back. So, as you break away, the advice to give to the mind, then, E man pyarya, tu sada sach samali. Stay attached to this, your mind. Don't leave it. Sangaji as Maharaj is giving, then don't leave this path. Follow it all the way. E man pyarya tu sada sach samali. Contemplate and stick to the truth. Sach. Sach can be Vaheguru because he is Adi Sach, Jugad is such, happy such, Nanak hosi pi such. But such here can also be the path of truth. This path, Sache marg chaldiyan, o sat kare jahan. This way is the way of truth as well. And also it can be Sachi Bani, because Gavo Sachi Bani. So Bani is the path anyway. The path is the thing of Bani. So all of it is about Waheguru, but it's about the manifestation of Waheguru, which is the truth, the way of truth. Maharaj says, Ehe kutam tuje dekhda. This family, kutam means family. The one that you see, this family right here, right now, challe nahi tere nale. So Sangaji, when dekho our last life, we've all had previous lives, isn't it? Because we haven't got mukti. I certainly haven't. So in our previous lives, we had a family then as well. Even if you were Kiri Makori, even they got family in it. And they hang out with their family as well. Animals hang out with their families. So we had family in our previous life, but we left them behind. And do we remember them? No. We don't care innit, who they were. We got a new family now. And what about when we leave? We're attached to them right now, but we have to go. And they can't go with us, we know that. And more importantly, we don't remember the previous ones. We might remember these ones. When we go, when we have the next family, we won't remember this one either. We'll forget them like no one's business. And they will forget us as well. They will say, now he's dead. He or she is dead. The family doesn't want to hug that dead body. They don't want to kiss that dead body anymore. They don't want to sit there talking to that dead body. They say, get it out. I don't know, it's a bit weird, it's dead. Huh? He's gone now, she's gone. So Maharaj is telling us, your family will not go with you, so where should you focus? Maharaj says, Kis naal kiche dosti, sab jag chalan haar. Who should I do friendship with then? Dosti, we want dost, sabne dost mitra pyare hege. Maharaj, Kis naal kiche dosti, sab jag chalan haar. Everybody will go anyway. Many times for the sake of our family, we leave Sikhi. Friends of ours, cousins of ours, people that we respect and we love, they start criticizing this path that we're walking upon, and for their sake, we leave this path. We think, chalo, it doesn't really fit with my family. No. The family doesn't fit with it. Don't say the family doesn't fit with the path. Stay on the path and say that my family needs to accept me for who I am. So, eh kutamb, this family, tujhe dekhda challe nahi tere nale. They won't go with you. Saath tere challe nahi. Again, Maharaj stresses ki they won't go with you. Tis naal kyon chit laiye. So why is your chit, your focus upon this? This is linked to the previous one because this is the game, isn't it? This is the chitra, the game that he's made, this picture. We attach to the picture, the family is part of the picture. We have to go beyond the picture and start looking at the one who made the picture. Because we are going to go back to him. And upon that path, they're not going to go with us. Because in Kal Jug, karmi apu apni, ke nede ke dur. In Kal Jug, what we do affects us. It's not for the whole world to get suffering for our bad sins. We are personally responsible for our own path in Kal Jug. So we must focus upon ourselves. So why are we keeping our focus upon them? They're not going to go with us. Maharaj said, Dekho, you might say, well, I love my family, man. I got to focus upon them. Maharaj said, then, Aisa kam mule na kiche, chit anta pachotaiye. He said, oh my mind, okay, fine. Right now you say you love them and you must focus upon them. And if they take you away from the path, you go with them off the path. But, aisa kam, don't do such things, mule na kiche, in the essence, kyon? Jit ant pachotaiye. They say you will regret it in the end anyway. You say now you don't regret it. You say now the Sikhis for the future, when I get older, my kids get older, blah blah. We make so many excuses, innit? One day I'll be a Sikh, but first I got to get the job sorted, the mortgage sorted, everything else sorted. Once the kids grow up, I start doing part. Maharaj says, if you do jit ant pachotaiye, because the ant is coming, isn't it? The ant is coming for all of us. This life is not going to carry on forever. It's got a time limit on it. And we will regret it in the end. Pachotaiye means to regret, because this is what will happen. And then Maharaj says, Satguru ka updesh suntu hove tere nale. If we say to our Guru Maharaj, if this family is not going to go with me, if I'm not going to become an idiot and get attached to this family so much, and I won't regret it, so what will go with me? Maharaj says, what will go with you is the Guru's teachings. Guru ka upadesh. Upadesh means the teachings. So, Satguru ka upadesh sun tu. Oh my mind, listen to the teachings of the Guru. Because to start the path is to start to listen to Guru Sahib. First we must understand it as well. We can't listen to something we don't understand. That's not listening. Listening means to comprehend as well. Yeah, as they call it in school nowadays, active listening. You comprehend what's going on as well. Yeah. So we must actively listen to our Guru. Satguru ka upadesh sunatu. Don't just say like what happens nowadays. You know, in our families, yeah, one person is talking in it and the other person on the phone. Yeah, and then you, whatever you're saying, they go, yeah, no problem. And you could say anything, they'll say, yep, no problem. And now you can say, like, I'm planning to just jump off a cliff, and they'll be, yeah, cool, that sounds like a good idea. So Sangaji, active listening means to really listen to what is being said. So when we come to Gurdwara, we must try our best to get the distractions off. Maybe get the phone off. Maybe get the kids to go sit at the back. Problem nowadays in Gurdwara, they don't have a creche. They should have a creche, drop the kids. They're not going to listen too much at that age. Come here, calm, shanti, and then really listen. Yeah, the queue is very distracting as well. We talked about this before. You wouldn't really make a Gurdwara if you wanted to listen this way. Everybody comes to the front, disrupts everybody. They can matha take at the back and sit down. The people here are listening. Why interrupt them? So make it a place of concentration. Make it like a lecture theatre. Imagine lecture theatre, people come in late, what happens to them? They just slink in at the back and sit down, chup chop. Lecture theatre, if you're late, you don't come at the front and say to the teacher, can I have some notes please, and thanks very much. You don't disrupt everybody. What's happening here? People are coming in right at the front, the kids and stuff. So the Gurdwara is, at the moment, is not made to get people to concentrate. Yeah, it needs to be made to get people to concentrate. Now, Maharaj says, ki focus upon them. Satguru ka upadesh sun tu hove tere nale. Even to listen to Bani na, it will, whatever Bani you listen to is going to go with you. So I think this is the real meaning of this line. The fact that you listen to the truth, Satya, Sada Satya Samale, the fact that you listen to the truth, this will count in your favor. When Taram Rai asked for your lekha, the fact that you are here in the Gurdwara right now and you listen to the Bani of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, Kehe Nanak, the fact that you listen to those words, this will count on the plus side. Ayo sunan padan ko Bani. We've come here to listen to Bani and read Bani. The fact that we read Bani, listen to Bani, this will count in our favor. The next step is to live it and earn it. But the first thing is to listen to it. So we must listen to our Guru's Bani. And then Maharaj says, Kahe Nanak man pyare, O my beloved mind, tu sada sach samali. Contemplate and think about Vaheguru and focus upon the truth being Bani. There's a story here. Some people get a bit confused when we start talking about some of the Hindu Devi Devta, yeah? But Bani talks about them quite a lot. There's a story about Krishna Bhagwan. Now people say, why call him Krishna Bhagwan? Well, we're talking about Krishna, who is the avatar. We're not talking about some other guy called Krishna who might be in India right now. We're talking about that specific Krishna. In the same way, if you say Prophet Muhammad, it doesn't mean that I think he's a prophet of God. It just means that I'm talking about that prophet, the specific guy who is claimed to be a prophet. Same way, Krishna ji. Maharaj says in Bani, there's many people like this. But he was a Mahapurukh, theek hai na? So we can learn from him. And one story of him goes like this. And this is a story of a Sikh and a Guru. Because Krishna ji had a chela whose name was Arjun, great warrior, theek hai na? Now, Arjun says to Krishna ji, I'm your Bhagat, I love you so much. Krishna ji says, listen, you know I have a biggest weapon at my hand which you haven't seen. That weapon is Maya. The biggest weapon I have is Maya. It can make anybody forget me. Arjun says, nay. Krishna Bhagwan, it's not possible. I'm your chela, I love you so much, I would never forget you. I would never forget you. He says, okay then. Because he's talking about family now, Ekutam, this is the message of this body. Watch out for your family. He says, okay, fine. I'll prove it to you. Do me a favor. Before I show you the Kotak, go and do Ishnan. He's alright. He goes to do Ishnan. He comes back. Krishna Bhagwan nowhere to be seen. Acha, he's left me. He starts walking and looking for him. He sees a sadhu in deep tapasya. He walks up to that sadhu, shakes him, says, wake up, wake up, wake up. Have you seen Krishna ji anywhere? The sadhu wakes up, very annoyed. So how dare you, मैं अपने भजन में जुड़ा सीगा. You wake me up to ask me this stupid question. Start swearing at him. Because why are you swearing? He goes, if I haven't seen Krishna ji after so many years of bhakti, how will you see him? Look at yourself. I'm sitting in tapasya. How are you going to see him? He goes, you don't know who I am? He goes, I'm Arjun. He goes, don't be a fool. You're not Arjun. He goes, he walks to the next pind, and there's somebody doing katha there of Krishna Bhagwan and Arjun. He says, it's me. I'm the guy you're talking about. I'm Arjun. They start calling him a fool. They say, you're Pardesi, you're a fool. Because he carries on doing this thing, then they put him in prison. Now he's in prison. He doesn't just stay there for one day, he stayed there for months. Months and months of being in prison, and everybody calls him Pardesi. They call him an idiot, they call him Pardesi. Because they say, how can you be Arjun? We didn't cut off him, we heard his story, how can you be him? He starts to think he's a bit mad. Then, the guy, they have a competition, some kind of exercise, a bit of competition, and they find out he's very good at firing arrows and a good fighter. So they say, let's take him out of the prison, let's put him in the army. So they gave him a jaga in the army as a private soldier. He proves to be a very good soldier. So they start promoting him. Now Krishna Bhagwan previously was called an idiot and a fool. Arjun. Now he starts to get honor, starts to get a job, money. He starts to get respect. People are treating him. He gets a higher position of responsibility. Then the area in that the village chieftain says to him, you're a very good guy. Let me marry my daughter off to you. This beautiful lady gets married off to him. Now he's quite happy. Years go by, Sassangaji, years go by. He's now got 2 kids. Loves his wife, adores his wife, got 2 kids. One day, his wife passes away. He's very dukhi. He's so dukhi, he's so much in love with her, in fact, Maya Mohiniya. He's so in love with her that he says, I'm going to commit sati. Sati means he's going to burn himself on her funeral pyre. Now men have never done this, but he says, why can't I? I love her so much, I don't want to live without her. I'm going to burn myself with her. Now the father of the bride says, this is very strange. But because he's so insistent, he goes, chalo theek hai, your love is pure, fine. Go and do Ishnan, come back here and get ready for the fire. So he's off to go to the fire, he goes to do Ishnan. As he's off to go to Ishnan, he sees Krishna Bhagwan. He goes, Kiven ji, chetta aaya? He goes, who are you? I don't know who you are. I've got to go get showered before I can go to my wife. I'm going to go get sati. He goes, you fool, haven't you realized? He goes, listen, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're talking about realizing, but just get out my way so I can go and do Ishnan. Krishna Bhagwan looks at him and gives him one big slap, patak. And then suddenly he remembers everything. What's happened? Suddenly he realizes it was all a play. It's all a play to show him that he's going to be attached and he can forget who he said he will never forget. It's so powerful, Maya. But after this, even though Arjun had now understood that it was all a game, even though he'd understood all this, still, many times, he would ask Krishna Bhagwan, how's my family? How are my kids? It was all an illusion. But still he would ask. Maharaj says, Guru Tegh Bahadurji Maharaj tells us in Bani, yeah? Jo sapna arpekhna aise jag ko jaan. He said, just like a dream, like a show. This is how real the world is. Inme kach sacho nahi, nanak bin Bhagavan. There's nothing true in this world, nothing such in this world apart from Vaheguru. E man pyarya, tu sada sach samali. Remember the truth, there's only Vaheguru who's are real. The rest of this is all a big tagoli. The rest of this is one big illusion. We must stick to the truth, even if it's our family, even if it's our mind trying to be clever. There is no other way apart from going along with Bani and Satguru ka Upadesh. Sun tu hove tere nale. We're going to finish off this, Sangaji. The mind is the game. Everything is about the mind. The mind is the beloved. The mind is the idiot and the mind is the beloved. The whole game is to convert the mind. Mind conversion is what we need to make our mind listen to our Guru. Kabirji again in the same Bhavanakri says the same thing about the mind. Says, man hi man syo kahe kabira, man sa milya na koi. Kabirji says, nothing like the mind in this world. I've never met anything as amazing as the mind. Nothing like the mind out there. Inside it is Vaheguru and inside it is Maya. Yeah? Most confusing thing in the world ever. Man jeeta, jag jeet. And he says, eho man sakti, eho man siyo. This mind is Shakti, this mind is Shiva. Shiv Shakat. everything is a mind. Eho man panj tat ko jiyo. This mind is the real life of the panj tat. Everything is a mind. Eho man le jo un man rahe. Take this mind and channel it satsangadi towards enlightenment. Eho man le jo un man rahe to teen lok ki baatein kahe. Then we will understand the truth about this reality. Teen lok, the whole world, everything is in the mind. The game is to control the mind. Eh man pyarya, tu sada sach samale. The only way to do that is to listen to Guru's upadesh, follow Guru's upadesh, sing the upadesh. Gavo sachi vani, keh nanak man pyare, tu sada sach samale. Sambhal ke rakho sach nu, yaad rakho sach nu. This is the truth about the world. That's Maharaj's upadesh to us. I'm sure I made loads of mistakes katha karte hoye, bani bolde hoye, बेअंत गलती की माफ़ करना साथ संगत जी तुसी बख्शना हारे गयो देव सजना सीसड़ियां जो होवे साहिब से मेल गज गज के फतेह आखनी जी वाहे गुरु जी का खालसा वाहे गुरु जी की फतेह।